We begin with security matters this afternoon, where terrorists, locally known as bandits, have reportedly abducted at least 73 locals from Buzugu and Rayau village in the Bukkuyum local government area of Zamfara state. Mahakama Zagazola, a counter-insurgency publication, disclosed this in a security alert posted on X. It said the terrorists launched midnight attacks on the villagers on 18th of October, kidnapping the unsuspecting villagers. Zamfara has become an epicenter of violence where local farmers and travelers are targeted, with many underreported killings and abductions. Now, to discuss this, we are joined by a former chairman of Zamfara Committee on Prosecution of Bandits, Abdullahi Shinkafi. You're welcome. Now, Mr. Shinkafi, this is becoming a bit of a recurring cycle when it comes to banditry and abductions. But let's talk about intelligence now and the gaps there. What gaps do you believe contributed to the recent mass abduction?
Yeah, looking at the situation I have made mention, Zamfara has been an epicenter of banditry for over a decade now. So the very serious failure in terms of the intelligence gathering on the part of security and also on the part of the locals, because the issue of security gathering is a symbiotic relationship, symbiotic communication between the locals and the security agencies. So having an information that maybe the bandits are planning to attack villages, the villagers should do everything humanly possible to share this intelligence report to the appropriate security agencies for action. So the locals also have the responsibility to make sure that they share this intelligence to the security agencies. So if the local have shared the intelligence gathering to the appropriate security agencies and the security fail to act within the shortest period of time, then we know that there's a failure on the part of the agencies.
Now, in terms of effectiveness, how would you assess the effectiveness of intelligence sharing between federal forces, local vigilantes, and community leaders?
Yeah, you see, there is a gap because you have had earlier, a governor of Zamfara state have said earlier, when he has a report from the local on the movement of armed bandits and shared intelligence to the appropriate security agencies, the security agencies do not act within the time. They will say unless and until they get order from Abuja. And also a governor of Katsina state crowd foul that when there was an attack in a village in Mutu local government, I cannot recall the name of the local government, in a village in Molumfash local government. The governor of Katsina state said when they got the intelligence that the armed bandits are going to wreak havoc to that community, and he shared the intelligence gathering and the security agencies failed to act, and this armed bandit went and killed worshippers when they are doing early morning prayers. So you see, this Bukkuyum local government have shared boundary with the Kebbi state in Zuru axis, in Bena. So this Zuru axis has a deep forest, and that deep forest share boundary also with the Dansado forest, Uyambana forest, and also Brinungwari forest. So it is very easy for this armed bandit to move around and raise havoc because some of these places are not motorable, are not accessible. So these are some of the failure in terms of the intelligence gathering. And what I have always been saying, the military personnel and other security agencies are understaffed, under-equipped, under-motivated, under-appreciated. So these are some of the challenges. This bandit has sophisticated weapons. This in the same Bukkuyum, Several attacks were made last month. People are worshiping in the mosque. They were kidnapped, they were killed, and people were denied to go to their farmland to harvest their produce after paying levies to this armed bandit before the rainy season. So these are some of the challenges we're having. And even the dialogue, the locals are entering with the bandit without the consent of the state government, without the consent of security agencies, is what's also drawing back the fight against insecurity in the state.
Now, Mr. Shinkafi, you made mention of the fact that there are imminent gaps, and you've also now kind of highlighted some of the gaps. But I think my question to you, because again, this is a recurring conversation, not just in Zamfara, but in Nigeria as a whole. When we talk about policy shift, what imminent policy shifts are necessary to prevent such mass abductions in Zamfara and Nigeria as a whole?
Yes, you see, that's a policy somersault in some angle. And at the same time, the time for motivational and ceremonial speech is over, because the issue of insecurity in Nigeria as a whole is eating the developmental background of all segments of the society, whether it's socio-economic, industrial, and other segment of the country. So there is a need for total security overhaul by Mr. President, who's the Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces of Peripheral of Nigeria. And that is also a need for also Mr. President to look at critically how money are spent in Ministry of Defense, and other security agencies. Are this money being fully utilized? Are this money budgeted for are utilized accordingly in line with the budgetary provision? That should be a forensic accounting and forensic audit, and that should be.
Right, we seem to have lost him.